got woken up this morning at 5 o'clock by our freaking solicitor on a text message. So, I am going to go live this morning, and hopefully it shows up on my... Oh, these are our little fishies crossing the Bonneville Dam, and hold on, I can't see chat yet, but I am going to be there in a minute. Because, oh my goodness, I want to watch this. Okay, hopefully I can see. Hi Cindy, I just got this turned on. So this is our Bonneville fish ladder. I got up at like 5 o'clock this morning, and I thought, you know, it'd be fun to have a live view of our fish ladder, to see the fish crossing over the fish ladder or the Bonneville Dam. This is actually live, happening right now. Oh, good morning. I knew you guys were up this early. I knew it. Well, Cindy, you're in Tennessee, so you're up this early. My husband is still asleep. He'll probably wake up from me talking because he's downstairs. But I just decided this would be kind of fun. We just got back from the coast, and I have a live view of our fish ladder. So I just thought we could chat, and you can see all of the fish crossing the salmon. Actually, I think this fish, though, Brandon, this a squawfish? Look at this fish. I think this is the squawfish, because you see how pointy his tail is? Squawfish, that is actually a pike minnow. I think it's a pike minnow. Let me fix my phone a little bit so you can see the feed a little bit better. I'm going to turn it like a little bit straighter. I don't know if this works. I don't know. But he's been swimming in here for a while. A huge salmon just went through, and I think it was a male coho or chinook, but he had the huge hook on the front of his nose. I'm going to turn it a little bit more this way. Hold on. Let me go this way. There. I think it's kind of slow right now. Brandon, are you fishing for salmon anywhere? Yeah. I just thought, you know what, when my husband gets up, it's like we can come in and have fun, talk to people about, you know, what's going on in the Pacific Northwest while you watch all of our fish cross the ladder. A little while ago, there was this huge king. He came through, and I think it was a king, but you know what, I'm not really good. It's hard to see the spots on the tail when you're going through the fish ladder right now. Oh, Cindy, you must have been on live last night or the other night when I was on live, because it was so funny. I was from my balcony watching Earl and Jake and my husband Randy all fishing for rockfish out in the dark in the bay. They were having a good time, though. They caught a bunch of rockfish, but not a lot of big ones. Yeah, you know, I saw that. I used to catch these squawfish a lot, but I haven't really targeted them for a long time. My sister and her boyfriend were out on the Willamette last month, and they caught a bunch of fish, and they brought them home, and they were going to use them for crab bait. And my sister goes, yeah, you know, Sean, her boyfriend, caught all these fish. And I said, well, what'd you catch? She goes, they're squawfish. I'm like, it's September. Yeah, he caught a bunch of squawfish. Or not squawfish, shad. He caught a bunch of shad. And I'm like, it's September. She goes, yeah, he caught a bunch of shad. I said, no, it's September. He didn't catch shad. I guarantee you he didn't catch shad. My concern is they had caught jack salmon in the Willamette and thought they were shad and threw them in the freezer. But when she sent me a picture, it was squawfish. It was the pike minnow. So I'm like, okay, you're safe. But, you know, people should not catch fish. If you can't ID the fish, you don't take it home and put it in your freezer. Oh, I'm waiting for a big one to come through. There should be a big one coming through. There's been, mostly the ones that I've seen come through the ladder this morning are wilds. I haven't seen any native. I know my friend is a fishing guide, and he's doing some I think this weekend he's going up to Hammond and he's doing just crab only off his boat. Which, you know, he charges $150 and you get 12 crab. I mean, it's worth it. I don't know if he's guaranteeing limits. Most of the time he does. And he's like, you can go if you want to. And I'm like, yeah, we just got back. We have plenty of crab. Yeah. Everybody's so secretive about their squawfish spots. Before my father passed away, he was like, oh, this guy made $100,000 fishing for squawfish. My brother and my father caught. Cindy, there's a bounty because they eat the salmon. So the squawfish are worse than the sea lions. These little squawfish that you're seeing right here, this is a baby. But when they get bigger, they eat the fry. So the salmon go up and they spawn. And when they come back down, ooh, there went an eel. You can't catch those anymore either. You used to be able to catch eels all the time, but you can't anymore. But the squawfish will eat the baby salmon. And so they're not, I don't think, they're invasive or something, I don't know. So they start giving you, they give you like, is it $5 for each fish, Brandon, or is it $7? Somebody said it went up. But this is what they look like. Do you see how pointy their tails are? And their tails, you can't, there's a little baby squawfish below him. The tails are usually really yellow. I mean, when you get them out in the sunlight, the tails and the fins are yellowish. Well, hi, that witch monkey. How are you? We're watching the Bonneville fish ladder, and we're just chatting about fishing, and the stuff available in the Pacific Northwest right now. And squawfish. That squawfish, though, there's been squawfish in here all night. I don't know why he's going upstream other than to probably try and find baby salmon to eat. I am one sub away from 500, guys. One sub. I'm at 499 right now. But I don't have watch hours yet. I'm trying to build my watch hours. But Randy and I are thinking about, and he's still in bed, but we're thinking about doing like morning chats every once in a while so that people can ask about fishing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That witch monkey. What is a witch monkey, by the way? I think you might be my number 500. You will be my number 500 once it has to, I think when people sub, they have to verify that you're actually like someone subbing because of all of the, fake subbers that go on in the world. It takes, when you sub, it takes probably about 6 hours, I think, to show up. 3 or 4 or 5, 6 hours, something like that. Yeah, the first 500. Oh, gotcha. I used to game on World of Warcraft, but that's about it. I did VR once. I had a VR on and I got so sick. My son had a VR, and you want to talk about getting sick? I got sick. Yeah, Cindy, hopefully, but you know what happens usually when someone subs and then someone unsubs for some reason. Yeah, I know, Brandon, so yeah, that was like the first so many you get this much, and then after that it goes up. You'd have to register every morning though, which kind of sucked, and then they would leave around 5, and if you caught them at night, it's like you couldn't turn them in. Or if you turn them in the next day, I mean, I don't know. And I don't even know, how do they know? I mean, my sister catches them on the Willamette. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of stuff, Cindy, from our trip, this trip, which was kind of fun. We saw Jake came out twice, and Earl came out one day, and then he was fishing with his friend Mike one day. So Randy was fishing a lot. I was watching them fish a lot. Oh, thank you. I know it's early Friday morning. People are just popping in to say hi. It was fun when I was doing my live the other night. I think you were live too, Cindy. So I was doing the live from my balcony, watching Earl fish out there tied up. They were anchored out where we normally cast to. They did really well. I mean, they caught a lot of little fish, but the dredger is out in the jaws. So the water was super icky. Like they were dredging up the sand, basically all that seagrass in the ocean. That these long, huge strings of grass were just everywhere. And it's like we tried to even troll for salmon. Not yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? Day before yesterday. Earl came out. We couldn't. The minute we put our lines in the water, they just got entangled with weed. Entangled. Oh, was I still live? I didn't even see you pop in. Did I? I can't remember. I know Jake was live for a little bit on the boat, and then I was live from my balcony. But I was live from my balcony a couple times. Oh, there went a salmon. Here it comes. What kind of a salmon is this? So if it's a male, he just went backwards. Did you guys see him? Here he comes. Here comes a salmon. Oh, wait. That's a salmon. You're going the wrong way, dude. Okay, that's a wild. So you see that fin and towards the tail on the top? That's the adipose fin. So if it has that fin, that means he's wild. He's not a hatchery. Was that a king? I couldn't tell. Could you see spots? That's a male. Could you see that? Okay, you see how the hook goes over the jaw? They said that that's a male. If they have the hook over the jaw, that's a male. That's what they say anyways. Oh, he's coming back again. You think that's a Chinook or a coho? He's getting a little dark though. He looks a little dark, but oh, that one. Oh, look at that one's turning red. That's a male. They said the male. So he's, oh, look at how much red he is. He's super red. He's starting to spawn. So this is actually going up to Cascade Locks. That's a coho? Was it that? Yeah, that was two different fish that came through. I have a hard time, like, no, there's dots on his tail. That's a king. You see this? Do you see how he has spots on the tail? Or she? I don't know if it's a girl. I think it's a boy because I said the boys get more colorful. But there's spots on his tail. The spots on the tail mean it's a king. Could you see spots on the tail? I think I saw spots on that tail. So if there's polka dots on the tail, now sometimes the coho will have a couple dots across the top. But if there's, what's that one? Oh, that's a boy. Yes, they are starting to turn colors though. So they get, if they're really chrome, they still have far to go. But those are about ready to spawn. So they must be close to their spawning ground because when they start to turn darker, their meat turns whiter and it's not as good to eat. That's not as good. That was a steelhead. Oh, was it? Okay. Do you see how novice I am on that? That could have been steelhead. Yes, that was that. Is that a rainbow trout? That basic, well, steelhead. So, okay, so the steelhead, that could be why. I thought that was a salmon. That's a steelhead. How can you tell, Brandon? How did you know that was a steelhead? Just because of the red? Now, what's that one? What is that one? It's a wild. Is that? Oh, he's come through a couple times. You think that is a coho or a Chinook? That's not a steelhead, is it? No. I have like this little thing that says how to tell the difference between salmon and steelhead. It's hard to see if he has spots or not. The hook nose means it's a male. I think that's what they said. If they get the hook nose, that's a boy. The girl that when we went to the Elsie Bay, they said that's a boy if they have more a hook nose. That's a coho, a wild coho. I don't know, what can you keep right now in the Columbia River, Brandon? I was looking. I don't know, like, even my guide who salmon fishes is just now going for crab, which I think there's stuff still open, but maybe not in the Columbia River. Oh, look at the little squawfish. He's going backwards. That salmon, though, has come up here like 3 or 4 times. That just tells you how long they can sit in one place. If you're fishing in the right place, you can get a salmon. Because it takes them a while to get upriver. And I don't know what the tide is doing below, but above Bonneville, there's no tide. But below the tide, I don't know what it's doing. But there isn't a lot of fish crossing right now. When's the last time you caught a salmon, Brandon? That's the same one. See, and that's the same guy. He's got the white thing on his top fin. He's come through about 6 times this morning. He's just chilling. Yeah, when we caught them at the Elsie Bay, she was taking scales off of them, and she was saying that she could tell if they're how old they are based off their scales. Well, Cindy, this is really cool when they're really running because you can see lots of them. Sometimes you'll be watching 3 or 4 will come through at the time. So this is the fish ladder. They all have to go through this part of the fish ladder because ODFW counts them. This is how we get our fish counts. So as they come through the ladder, we can tell, they'll mark like what they are, how big they are. So any ones that haven't been caught in the lower river, which is the Bonneville Dam, all the way to buoy 10, goes out to the ocean. This is the first ladder they cross, is the Bonneville. So if you come out here, Cindy, Randy and I will take you up here to the Bonneville Dam, and you can see this in person. And you can watch them. There's like 5 windows down there, and you can see all the windows. You can also see this. There's sturgeon up here. You can see the fish hatchery. Of course, they're talking about getting rid of something. Now, I don't think it's the Bonneville Dam fish hatchery. Did you ever plunk at Bonneville, Brandon? Because I had a friend, I don't think it was Bradford Island, because that's where we go get the shad when the shad run. But he's like before Bradford Island. So when you first go up to the dam, before you cross the ladder, or before you cross the fish, or the boat thing where the boats go through, I think he was plunking off the bank there. Oh, that's a different one. No, that's the same one. He's got white on. That's the same guy. That's his 6th trip through. That's the 6th trip. Tanner Creek, okay. So he used to have success down there. I wish one of them salmon would just come through and eat that. Oh, there is that the steelhead. He's coming back. You said that's a steelhead, right? A rainbow? So why is his cheeks red? What causes, why is this, is that from maybe being hooked? Is that blood, or what is that? Maybe he got hooked. That's a steelhead. So that's a rainbow trout. What a steelhead is, to anyone who doesn't know, is a rainbow trout that has gone out to the ocean. So it goes out to the ocean and it feeds like a salmon, basically. And it's similar to a salmon. I prefer steelhead over salmon, personally. I love it. But they're pretty close. A steelhead and a salmon are very, very similar. One's a trout and one's a salmonoid. But if a trout goes to the ocean and comes back, it's considered a steelhead. Or if it's over 20, how many inches? I mean, I don't, if it's called a brooder. No, I'm see, the brooder's not a steelhead. The brooder's just been a breeder. That's a big, oh, look, oh, he did eat him. Did you see that? He totally just came and ate the squawfish. Did you see that? I just wish that one would come eat the squawfish, and he did. That's classic, and I got it on video. That salmon just ate the squawfish. Did you see that? That was funny. Oh my gosh, I got that on video. I'm so excited I caught that on video because I had just said, I wish a salmon would come up and eat one of them squawfish. And he literally did. That was classic. Oh my gosh. That was classic, and I got it on video. I am going to go back and make a short of that. Oh my gosh. He totally, that was a little one. That salmon just nailed him. And I wonder if this one's too big to be eaten too. Maybe he'll come back and have his dinner. That was the appetizer. To watch him get eaten in the fish ladder live, that's very rare. Because normally when the salmon are coming up the fish ladder, they're not eating. And the fact that he just came in and mouthed that other fish, that was classic. I am going to do that, Cindy, totally. He totally just came and mouthed that little squawfish. Oh, that was classic. Now the other squawfish is like, don't eat me. Look at, he's going to the top. He's like, don't eat me. Uh-oh. I think he's hungry. Uh-oh. He's looking. The other guy swam to the top. He's like, don't eat me. And the other fish, he's looking for him. He came back looking. I think he wanted his meal. Yeah, they don't normally eat like that. No, that was him. The guy that just came back, and the other one, he swam to the top. But yeah, I will make a short of it because they don't. Oh, look, see, here's another one. See the little baby right here? He might come back and eat this one. Look at that teeny tiny minnow. Oh, there comes another one. Yeah, that's weird because, you know, normally they won't bite coming up the ladder because they're reserving their energy. But if they have further to go, because these guys can go make it, I think they can make it all the way to Idaho. Do they? That's what I say. But if they're close to spawning, someone says they don't. But, yeah, I am totally going to make a short of that. That king just came in and gulped that fish. And then the other one, when he came back, swam to the top. He's like, don't eat me, don't eat me. Yeah, they make it to Idaho. But, yeah, he came back looking for another meal, and that fish, he swam to the top. Now he's back down again, but that was classic. See, so sometimes the salmon eat the squawfish. Just saying. That little guy right there, that's about the size we use for rockfish. We buy them, they're Berkeley minnows, but he looks just like the Berkeley minnows that we buy. What's that? What is that? Is that a big squawfish? That's a bigger squaw. That's a pike minnow too, isn't it? I think that's the bigger pike minnow. Oh, and he just ate the minnow. He just ate the little one. I think that was a little salmonoid. Did you see him eat that? Oh, he ate the little minnow. Boy, there's a bunch of feeding going on in here right now. He ate that little fry. Did you see him eat it? That little tiny fry that was in there, he came up and ate it. Man, this is like dinner, breakfast time for these fish right now. He ate the little fry. I wonder if that was a little baby salmon he ate. Could have been a little pike minnow, but I didn't look like a pike minnow. Man, it's just feeding time this morning. They're eating all these fish. Now I got another short. To be able to watch them eat. Oh, there goes the little minnow right there. He's still there. I don't know. Did that pike minnow come in and eat something small, didn't he? I think he did. I think there's a couple little morsels in there. I think the pike minnow did eat one of the little minnows that came through. I think he mauled that one too. Yeah, that looks like a larger pike minnow. So we've seen two have breakfast this morning. And the eel that went by, we used to be able to catch those eels. I think you can't now. I think they're protected. But when I used to fish for sturgeon above the dam, they used to get those eels off the rocks and use them for bait. Back in the day. I'm a grandma now. I haven't done a lot of fishing this year because of my back injury, and now they have me on prednisone because I have a inflammation thing going on, and the prednisone makes you all puffy and you look like Marshmallow Man. I'm supposed to be going back to work, but I haven't heard from the post office yet. Soon, I guess I will. That's what my friend used to do that. He used to grab the eels. He said they were good. We personally would make our own sturgeon candy. So G.I. Joe's back in the day would sell, of course it's Dick's Sporting Goods now, but they sold sturgeon candy. Is that our friend again? No, that's a different one. Oh, that's the guy who had breakfast, I think. That's a boy. You see that hook nose? That's the boy. They say that the more the nose is hooked. And you think that's a Chinook or coho? I forgot what you said. Chinook or coho? It's wild because it has the adipose fin. Look, he wants to be on camera. He's trying to be a superstar. He's like, I know I'm on YouTube right now. That's a coho. Somebody was talking about a hybrid. I don't know if you've heard of the hybrid. I don't know how to measure those in inches. Do you know what those lines are? I mean, how do they measure those? Oh, look at the little jack. No, that's not a jack. That's not a salmon. His tail is too pointy. That's a pike minnow. That's the pike minnow. Have a good day, Cindy. See you later. I'm sure I'll see you somewhere. In Nehalem, you caught a 20-pound steelhead. In the Nehalem River or the Nehalem Bay? I just saw that, Brandon, that you said that. 20 pounds. Yeah, G.I. Joe's is gone. But in, oh, I know you're up there towards Gresham, but, what was that? That's a salmon. That is some type of a salmon, because his tail's not pointy. Wasn't that a salmon? But the Dick's Sporting Goods is now where G.I. Joe's used to be. You know what I did, Brandon? I went in. I was going to go to DMV at Mall 205. Have you been to Mall 205? That place is freaky. Everything's boarded up. It looks like a nuclear fallout up there. It's just, other than Target and Home Depot, everything in the middle is just like abandoned, old. It's just so freaky. It's almost like playing Fallout 4, going through that place. Oh, here comes a fatty. What was that? It hasn't come through. I don't know if that's I've seen the same one pass multiple times. Have a good day, Brandon. Thanks for stopping in. We're watching the fish ladder up at the Bonneville Dam. I got woken up at 5 o'clock this morning. So I decided to just throw on a live and see what fishies come through our ladder. That's a pike minnow. That's the ones that we have a bounty on. If you catch those, I think is it year round? I think it's just, it might be year round. I think it's summertime though. Department of Wildlife will pay you $5 for every one of those fish you catch and bring to them. Some people make a killing. Some people make thousands and thousands of dollars fishing these fish. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's see if we get another, there's a little minnow. Let's see if we get another snack for somebody. I don't even know why these minnows are coming through. That's a baby something. I don't know what it is a baby of. I am going to make a short of that salmon eating that fish. That was classic. We've seen 2 fish have a meal coming through here today already. If you guys are in here, you guys are being quiet, you can say hi. We are watching this morning. It's Friday morning. And we are watching the Bonneville, Columbia River Bonneville Fish Ladder. This is where most of the, well, I think there's one on the Washington side too. But this is where the fish cross the ladder to the upper part of the Columbia River. This is the first dam they go over, the first fish ladder. And we've seen some fish this morning. There's been a few fish that have come through. I've seen a salmon eat a squawfish, and then I saw a squawfish eat a salmon. So we've seen both happen. Sometimes you can go a few minutes without a fish coming through the ladder. That's how they measure them. They measure the fish when they come through. Of course, the things are leaves going backwards. But if you guys wait a minute, you're going to see, it's slow right now, the salmon come up the ladder. And they do a count that someone's actually physically in the room. That's a squawfish. No, that's a salmon. No, wait, what is that? Oh, it's a hatchery if it is. That might be a Jack Coho. So that might be a Jack Coho female hatchery. She does not have the adipose fin. I think, is there spots on the tail? If there's spots on the tail, that's a Chinook. But it is hatchery, so they're missing the fin on the top back by the tail, which means it's a hatchery fish, but it's small. It's a small fish. I believe, I'm going to say that's a coho because I don't see dots on the tail. And I'm going to say it's a hatchery coho. And I'm going to say, well, you can't tell if it's female or male yet. But it's a Jack's because it's small. That's a small. In some areas you can keep small fish like that. In some areas you can't. Oh, look at her. She's just posing for the camera. She's a beautiful fish. Nice and chrome. See her colors? Nope, I see dots on the tail all the way down. So it is a Chinook. That is a Jack Chinook. So if you can see through the fin, the back fin, if you see polka dots all the way through the fin, that is a Chinook salmon. And it's a hatchery one because it's missing the fin behind the tail. So between the middle fin and the back fin, they'll have a little tiny fin that comes up. And if that's been clipped, it's a hatchery fish. That means that somebody's clipped it. So it's been clipped when it was a baby. It's down there at the bottom. It's coming up again. But yeah, you can see, if you look, it's missing the fin, it's called the adipose fin. But if you can see through the back, her tail is kind of see-through and you see the polka dots. I'm pretty sure there's dots throughout her tail. Also, if you look at the mouth, the Chinook will have black on the top and bottom. They'll look like it has black lipstick around her lips. I'm guessing it's a female. Look at how shiny she is. She's nice and chrome. I don't know, I don't think she's spawning, so I don't know why Jacks come up river. I don't know. But they usually don't come up. I mean, they come up. I don't know why they're not spawning though. Usually they don't spawn because she's not very old. I don't know. She might be. I don't know. I have to look at. I don't know what the two measurements are between those two blue lines. I don't know how well they measure. She's just chillaxing. Maybe she's just checking out the view. She's been through here a few times. She's just trying to get upstream. They're going to go above the Bonneville. She's going above the Bonneville. But she doesn't look, I mean, she looks only about 22 inches. But a Jack, I don't remember what size. Jack coho can be smaller. If she's above 22 inches, I think she's considered an adult. I think that's an adult. That is not a salmon. It's too pointy of a tail. That is a pike minnow. That is a pike minnow. All right, it's 7 o'clock. We're just chillaxing, watching the fish ladder. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what salmon fishing is open right now. I should know, but I don't. Oh, there we go. Here comes another. Oh, that one was wild. It had the adipose fin. So there's an adipose fin. It's wild. It went too fast for me to tell if that was a king. But it was starting to turn colors. So when they get ready to spawn, they get dark. If they're super shiny, like the little one that went through, that they're not spawning. But the ones that get darker, they're called tulies. Their meat kind of gets lighter. It's not as good. Some people will still eat them that way. I mean, I took a tule that we caught for a competition, so we had to keep it, and I smoked it and canned it. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad at all. Let's see what fish comes through next. If anybody wants to say hi, feel free. If you have any questions about fishing. Of course, some people that come through here probably know more about fishing than I do. We're just watching the fish ladder. We're seeing what fish are crossing up the Bonneville fish ladder today. This is the first fish ladder of the Columbia River. So once they hit buoy 10, they travel all the way through Portland, all the way through Troutdale, keep going all the way up the gorge to the Bonneville Dam. And there's 2 ladders, one on the Washington side and one on the Oregon side. This is the Oregon side fish ladder. You know what? I need to go ask my husband if he took the garbage out, because it is Friday and I don't think he did. Honey? Honey? Hello? Is the garbage out? It's 7:30 and I hear the garbage man coming. So apparently he didn't take the garbage out, and we need our garbage picked up because it's all 3 of them. And I hear the garbage man coming up the street. I'm hoping we didn't miss him. He just went the other way, I think, or maybe that's the water company. But we need the garbage taken out to the street. We got back yesterday, and you kind of get turned around as to what day of the week it is. It's Friday, our garbage collection day. All right, what do we have there? Oh, that's that same salmon. He's definitely turning colors. I believe he's a salmon, but I have a hard time telling the difference between a steelhead. There went a little minnow. And a salmon. That looks like a salmon. It's getting ready to spawn. He's definitely turning dark. He's definitely a dark salmon, that's for sure. He's a dark salmon. Oh, he's the one that was eating earlier. He's in there feeding off the little minnows. He's a hungry salmon. That's a hungry salmon right there. He's mowing. There's your little squawfish coming in, my pike minnow. I don't know if he's been through a few times. I think he has. I'm tired. It's tiring. It's the morning. It's the morning. You guys are watching the Bonneville Fish Ladder. If you want to come in and say hi, feel free. I know it's early. People are at work. People are out doing things. People are still asleep. I just had to pull my husband up to get the garbage cans out because the garbage man's coming and we need our garbage out the corner. It is 7 o'clock. We're waiting to see what else comes through the fish ladder this morning. There we go. Is that a different one? Let's see what's coming in. There's one coming in. Where did he go? Let's see what comes through next. Sometimes you can watch this and it's non-stop fish. Oh wait, maybe he'll eat that minnow. There goes a minnow. That's a free meal right there. Come on, little minnow. You're gonna get eaten. You might have already eaten him. Might have missed that. Don't worry, they can't see you. I'm on the TV. We're just watching the fish ladder. I had Brandon here, Cindy was in here. They all left. I don't know who's in there now because whoever's in here now isn't talking. They might later. they're just passing through. Because Randy's not here. Once Randy comes into chat, I'll get more people. The infamous Randy. I just have a couple of people. I think we got 500. Oh, look at all those little minnows. Do you see those? So I was watching this morning, and I said, those are squawfish. And I said, I really wish a salmon would just come eat a squawfish. And guess what? Salmon came in and ate the squawfish right on camera. Brenda's like, that was cool. I'm like, I'm going to make a short of that because that was funny. Right after I said I wish a salmon would come eat that squawfish, it came and ate it. And it was a big salmon with the hook nose. It came in and nailed that squawfish, and I was just laughing. I was like, that's funny. That is funny. It nailed the squawfish. Honey, don't worry about that. Let's get the garbage out. Look at how tule that one is. That's a tule. That is a tule. It's getting ready to spawn. It's getting darker. It's wild because it has the adipose fin. Yep, that's a tule. Look at the nose on that one. Dang, that's the nose. That's a wild too. Has the adipose fin. That's the fin, the middle fin on top. If it has that, it's wild. That one's dark too. There's a lot of darks running through here this morning. A lot of tules. If you're going the wrong way, go back. I wonder if that's a rainbow, like a steelhead I meant. Because Brandon said that second, the one with the red at the bottom is a steelhead. So that might be a steelhead. I have a hard time distinguishing between salmon and steelhead. I guess I'd have to get my chart out to look at the difference. But I think that one at the bottom that came through is a steelhead. There's a pike minnow right there. That would be a good meal. We actually turned on our fireplace this morning. It's so cold. Cold enough to turn on the fireplace, I should say. I'm waiting for the next fish to come through. There's a little pike minnow, a baby pike minnow. We saw one of them get eaten by a salmon this morning. No fish yet. I mean, there's been a lot of fish, but it's a slow morning. Watching the fish ladder. Waiting for some big salmon to come through. That's a pike minnow. I don't know what that little tiny one is up there. That's breakfast for somebody. Oh, we got a couple more. I think those are more. These are pike minnows. So here's the squawfish, honey. That's what the squawfish look like. Those are squawfish. Those are the ODFW pays you $5 a fish if you sign up in the morning. Catch those. They'll pay you $5 for each fish you bring back to them. See how their fins are yellow and their pointy, how pointy their tails are? That's the pike minnow. There's been a lot of them through there. You could probably fish for them at Cascade Locks. They eat worms, basically. They all eat lures, too, but... yeah, people make bank getting paid for these fish. The bounty is. And there's a baby minnow. I don't know what that is. But one of the salmon came in this morning and ate one of those. Brandon was in this morning, and I said how some people say that when they're running upriver, they don't stop to feed. But that's what they said about the channel in Newport, and you got one on a synthetic shrimp in Newport. It ate the synthetic shrimp. Oh, here comes another salmon. Oh, look at him. He's really a toolie. Oh, he's trying to eat. Look at, oh, he just ate. I think he just grabbed that minnow. He's feeding. He's 100% feeding. He's in there mowing. Considering how dark he is, that's according to ODFW or not ODFW. According to other people, it's like they don't eat when they're getting ready to spawn, but he's clearly in there eating because he just gulped up a couple little minnows in there. I think that's a little too big. That squawfish. Too pointy of a tail to be a salmon. That's a squawfish. That is a squawfish. Pike minnow squawfish. She's coming through. That's funny, those little minnows. The other salmon's coming in trying to eat them all. Those don't seem like they'd be much of a meal for a salmon, though. That seems more like squawfish meal size right there. Because he's tiny. That's like a Berkeley minnow. That's what we use for a rockfish right there. A little Berkeley minnow. It could be a shad. Could be a baby shad. That would be about right. The shad ran through in June and July. That could be a baby shad. A little tiny fish in the big river. If he doesn't get out of the way, he's going to be breakfast for a salmon that comes through. He's going to be somebody's breakfast is what he's going to be. Whoever wants to come in and say hi, feel free. We're watching the Bonneville Fish Ladder live in Cascade Locks, Oregon. This is the first fish ladder if you come up the Columbia River. It's a little bit slow right now since the middle of October. A lot of the Chinook and Coho have already, whoop, he's eating. A lot of the Chinook and Coho have already come through, but this guy is literally just, this salmon in here is literally chasing these little minnows. Like, he's hungry. He's eating these little minnows. He comes through, eats, takes off. Yeah, I bet you. I bet you it is, because when the shad come through, by the way, welcome in. When the shad come through, it's probably a solid sheet of silver going through this ladder. But you missed it this morning. Wow, I had a salmon, I had little baby squawfish coming through here. And we said, we hope the salmon comes through and eats the squawfish. Like that little one right here. See these little ones? And a big salmon came through and grabbed one of the squawfish and ate them. And I was like, that's good right there. That was good. That was fun. That was fun. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice to watch them. Oh, look at how dark he is. He's the one eating. Look at him, he's chasing these little fish. He came through earlier and ate like 3 of those little minnows. And I didn't think when they were changing colors they ate, but apparently they do. He's getting close to or she's getting close to her spawning grounds. I don't know if that's a male or a female. It's hard to distinguish between them. We go right up into the dam. Sometimes we'll go up there, watch the 5 windows. I've been through there to watch them. Oh, look, honey, you got just in time. The garbage man's here. My husband, we've been in Newport all week. We just got home yesterday. And you kind of lose track of what day it is. And luckily, the water company has a bunch of construction going on 2 houses down, so I thought it was the garbage man, so I ran down and woke him up. Oh my goodness. We finally got a boat motor for our little boat, and the boys are gonna hard mount it to the boat. I ended up getting a Mercury 9.9 horse. I found him off Facebook, not through the marketplace, but through a Gresham group. I got an awesome deal on this motor, and we are gonna put it on our little 1965 Sears aluminum 14-foot boat. There's a nice, oh, look at that chrome. Oh my goodness, that's nice. A nice chrome hatchery. I think that was a coho. That was a chrome hatchery coho that just came through. Score. Someone will be happy with, I don't know. I don't even know what's open. Like, what is open? There's a little baby squawfish going backwards. There's another squawfish going backwards. I don't know, do they always stream up, go upstream, go upstream. There's another squawfish, they're coming back. It's like you can't take a nap during this time, you're gonna just go back. Those are little squawfish. I think next summer, I'm gonna have fun and fish for them. I know there's some good holes, but everybody keeps them top secret. Oh, you're welcome. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. I think you call. I think it's. I don't know. Is it Thrax Outdoors? Thrax Outdoors. Thrax Outdoors. I've watched your channel a lot. I'm sub to you. It is time. Yep, I wish the ladder had more action. Like you said, like he said, he came in during shad season. It's like all you see is shad. I mean, you'll see the occasional salmon come through, but millions and millions of shad come through. That's in June. It's kind of quiet right now. I don't know what that is. That little minnow. I think that's baby shad. Honestly, when they're black on top like that, that could be some baby shad. Because the shad came through. This looks like a pike minnow getting ready to come through. A bigger pike minnow. Thank you for giving me the thumbs up, guys. If you come through, you know, we're just sitting here Friday morning. We're watching the fish ladder. We're just chillaxing. You can come in, pop in, say hi. Wait to see if you see a salmon come through. It's kind of slow season right now, but we've seen a few salmon come through. We've seen some salmon come through and eat these little minnows that you see, these little baby minnows. We had quite a few bites this morning watching the salmon come through. So there's, again, if you're just in here new, we have two ladders on the Columbia River. This is the Oregon ladder, and there's a Washington side as well. And all fish coming up the ladder, coming up the river, have to go through one side or the other. And there's physical people counting and measuring these fish as they go through. These are pike minnow with the pointy tails. So if you see a big V in their tail, that is a pike minnow. And these are, I want to say they're invasive. Don't quote me on that. But ODFW gives you a bounty. So if you're fishing in Oregon and you can register in the summertime, and then you can catch these fish right here with the pointy tails. One of them's more pointy than the other. Are they both squawfish? I think they are pike minnows. They eat our baby salmon. And so the pike minnow have a bounty on them. And if you catch them, they have to be a certain size. The little ones don't count. They have to be so much. You get paid $5 a fish. And some people make a lot of money fishing for these fish. They basically bite like trout. They eat worms. They'll eat lures. I know that the biggest earner is over $100,000. They literally go out and just get tons of these fish, and they can make over $100,000 a year doing it. Look at all those little tiny minnows. We saw an eel go through this morning, hun. It was pretty cool. It looked like a little snake going through, but it was an eel. We don't have snakes in our rivers. I got some material to make some good shorts, though. Man, my throat's a little sore. Oh, look at all those babies up in the corner. Oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch of little babies that came through. Look at all those little babies. They're being sucked downstream. There was just a whole school of little baby minnows.
Was it an eel or was it a lamprey?
Oh, lamprey. It was a lamprey. You're right, it was a lamprey. I don't think there's eels in the river, is there?
No.
It's a lamprey. He went flying through, though. He literally went flying through. We've seen a couple steelhead come through. I've seen a really pretty chrome just went through a hatchery. I think, I can't see the tail in this light, so I can't tell if it was spotted or not. That's a tule. I think that's a coho, though. You see there's no spots in the tail? That's a coho. That's a female. I'm pretty sure that's a coho. But she's a tule. She's getting ready to spawn. She's close to spawning. Yeah, so what happens is their meat turns white. When you see them start getting dark on the outside, they start losing their chrome. The meat inside of them gets whiter. And you know, people will eat them. But you know, look at all of those babies. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see some fish come through right now. Like, there's breakfast. Look at that. What kind of fish do you think those are? That's a school of fish.
Yeah. Class is in session.
Class is in session. What do you think those are? Look at... he's been mowing on these fish all morning. I want him to come through like, that is breakfast. I'm surprised he doesn't do it, eat them. Did he grab one? That salmon has been eating, like, he's been eating all morning. We're going to see some feasting going on here, guys. Watch this. There is a salmon just off to the right. And he keeps coming through and eating these little minnows. And look at this whole school of them right here. I wouldn't be surprised if this fish doesn't come in and have a breakfast right now. You guys got to watch this. He's just to the right. He's hanging off over there. Did you see his head come in for a minute? Yeah, he came in and I think he grabbed one. Oh my goodness, he's going to eat all of these. He's a big salmon. He's got the forked nose, or the what do they call that nose thing? Where it's coming over the mouth. It's a male. And he's a tule too, and he's getting dark. But he popped his head in a minute ago, and he's been swimming around in here. But this is his breakfast. I guarantee you guys, watch. You're going to see a meal happen here in a minute. Look, see how they're hanging to the left of the screen? Because he's just off to the right. He's right over there. You can barely, you won't be able to see him now, but his nose came out for a minute. He grabbed one. Uh-oh. No, don't go near him. Look at them over there on the right. He's just over there. They're going to get eaten. Whatever these are, they're going to be breakfast for some of these fish. Oh, there's going to be some breakfast happening soon. I hope we didn't miss him. Did we miss that garbage man, or did we get him? There's a squawfish. There's going to be... Oh, look at them. Yep, that big king salmon. All he has to do is come through with his mouth open and he'll have a full meal right there. Safety in numbers. Now you watch another salmon will come through and they won't even pay any attention to these little fish. That's not, what was that? That wasn't a squawfish. See, the squawfish have really spiked tails. They have a forked tail. Really forked. They're finely forked. We're waiting to see. We're waiting to see if a meal is about to happen. We'll see if the salmon come through and eat these things. Because, you know, if you think about that, you're fishing. You have a little flasher going on. Look at these little minnows. These are a perfect bite for a salmon to eat. course, if a salmon comes in, they're probably going to hightail it out of there. They're just chilling. What do you think those are? I think there might be shad. Oh, the shad spawned in June. That's about right for a little shad right now. I think they're shad. That's my guess. I say they're shad. They look like shad to me. How much shad do you have shad? Okay, they're going to the top, which tells me a salmon's coming. Do you see them all swim to the top? We can't see what's just to the right of the screen. But that one salmon, he keeps coming through and swimming like a snake. What the heck? It would be kind of weird if you see a salmon come through with a flasher attached to him. Wouldn't that be funny? Someone would be like, that's my flasher. That's my 360. You're still there. I haven't seen a salmon come through for a couple minutes though. Well, I've been making short of that one. I got a couple action shots of the salmon eating, which is kind of cool. I don't know what that is. I have to see its tail. It keeps coming into the screen and out of the screen. I think it is a pike minnow. And another pike minnow. There's not a lot running right now. I mean, there's salmon running, the late salmon. Those are all pike minnow. That's $5 a fish right there. In the summertime, $5, $5, $5, $5. Well, I think they have to be 8 inches or bigger. But I think those will look 8 inches. I don't know what the measurements. I wish I knew what those line measurements were. Sure, I could look it up. See what they are. What are the line measurements? Does anybody know? That's a pike minnow. The other salmon's just chilling over the other side. He won't come through. See, it's nice because on your tablet we can watch chat. Another pike minnow.
So the range is from $6 to $10 per fish.
And then how many do you have to catch?
And then there's a special tag fish that are worth up to $500.
Oh yeah, that's right. They have special tags in them.
But the program only operates from May 1st to September 30th.
Okay, so they're closed right now. Just have to wait till May 1st. So can you look up and see what I don't know if it shows what the measurements are on the fish line, the blue lines. I don't know if you know, because it probably, my guess is, I would say that big one's 20 inches. I think that would be 20 inches. It looks like it'd be 20 inches.
Says in 2023, the top 20 anglers caught an average of 4,000 fish.
Wow.
And their average reward was $40,000 for the 5-month season.
$40,000. I thought people made more than that.
Well, that was when it was open all year.
Oh, it was all year.
Yeah, now they've shut it down.
Gotcha. $40,000. $40,000 you make for fishing for squawfish in the summertime. There's another.
So for the rest of the year, you catch them and then you freeze them.
Right. No.
And then thaw them out in April, and then register in May.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you show up with 500 fish.
No, you just 20 fish a day. Drive out in your boat, come back in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Shall not deceive, honey.
Yeah.
Is Mike coming over tomorrow?
I don't know.
Are you going to ask him? I mean, so you guys can mount the motor on the boat. Would you fix the seal on the bonnet today? The seal on the bonnet, the top of the motor, he has that rubber seal that needs to go on. It's going to keep the water out, you know, when you're out fishing. Put the seal on the top. Not like a sea lion. We have 2 people watching. It's a slow morning. Cindy was in, Brandon was in. I don't know, Trucks. I think it's Trucks Outdoors. I watch his stuff. I don't know his name. He stopped in and said hi. I should make him a mod. Oh, I can't because he's not in here. If he's in here, I can make him a mod so he has a wrench so people can go to his channel. So I don't mind. I'll give people wrenches if I know them or I know who they are. Oh, here comes another salmon. Here we are. Salmon's coming through. Well, he put his nose out. All right, we got a salmon making an appearance. Good morning, people. There's going to be a salmon coming through. I just saw his nose pop in and then he popped out. It popped in, popped out. These are squawfish. I'm wondering though, there might have been one that came through that was a trout. Do we have cutthroat through the Columbia River? Because I think that one was a cutthroat trout that came through. He didn't look like a squawfish. He looked like a cutthroat. Because he wasn't quite as... Squawfish having a very defined pointy tail, like a V tail. And if it's not, I think that was a cutthroat that came through with the squawfish. Like, is that a squawfish? I think maybe, because he's got that big V in his tail. But if it's not, that was a squawfish. If it's not as defined, that might have been a cutthroat. It's fun trying to ID these fish as they come through the ladder. You can learn a lot about fish when they come through the ladder, how to ID them. But it's hard to see because when the salmon come through, you can't see, like the difference between a Chinook and a coho is very subtle sometimes. It's just a difference of them having the spots in the tail and their lips being black. That's all. Ah. Got more fish coming through. Yeah, they look like squawfish. I don't know. One of those might have been a trout. Okay, we got morning time coming through. Let me push this a little bit closer to the screen. Salmon's trying to come through on the right. There is a salmon. He keeps poking through, but I think he's eating. I wish he'd eat more. I wish he'd hang out in the window and eat because that was fun. This morning we got to see a salmon come through. Oh, that's a tule again. Oh, he's a big boy. He's eating. Look at him. There he goes. He just came in and ate some more minnows. He's eating. He's just mowing in there. That salmon is in here mowing. He just came in and ate some more minnows. That salmon came in and just had a field day with minnows. Oh, hi Cindy, welcome back. Snack time, Brandon. Did you see him come in? I don't know how many he ate. Were you here earlier? There was a whole school of them. And that's the same fish from earlier. He's just in here eating. He's just chasing them around, eating them. I didn't think they did this, especially because he's so dark. He's like a tule. I didn't think they still ate, and that's what everyone was telling me. Oh, they don't eat when they're that dark. But apparently they do. Like you said, we've got evidence here. He's in there eating. He knows it's his last meal. I know. It's like they're like, yeah, they don't eat. It's like, nope. He's been in a few times. He'll come in and eat some, and you can see him going up and eating, and he's he's sitting just to the right of the camera. I'm sure he's eating them as they go back there. Like this little one headed back there, that's probably his next meal. They run to the surface when they see them, which is interesting because when the salmon come in, they're running to the surface of the water. I think there's some cutthroat too, because the cutthroat from the camera angle kind of look like pike minnow to me. But the pike minnow have more of a V-tail and the cutthroat don't. How often do you work, Cindy? You only work like a couple days a week? I wish he was eating on screen. I mean, I wish he was just in the screen eating, and maybe it's because it's too bright right here, and he likes to sit in the dark. So just to the left of the the channel here, it's going to be darker. Of course, the sun's coming up right now, so it's going to get brighter. I think there's a couple cutthroat that have come through this morning. Randy's up and in the living room, by the way, so he can say hi. Say hi to Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
Brandon's still there?
I think so. Brandon, well, he just was talking a second ago. Brandon said he's going to show us how to plunk. I made a plunking rig though, but I didn't get to use it. But I did make one with what would I make it with? Not a spinfish, but what are those called? I forgot what they're called. I know what they're called. What are they called though? Those little spinny things.
Spinaglow?
The Spinaglow, yeah. I made a Spinaglow thing. I was gonna try to plunk off the dock in Newport, but Earl showed up, so we decided to try and troll for salmon, which obviously didn't work because of all the weeds. Plus, he has a jet. He doesn't have a trolling motor, so it's really hard to go slow on his boat. He can, but it's really hard. He loses steering too a little bit.
The steering is jacked on the boat. Holy crap.
Yeah. Well, it's only because it's a jet. I mean, it's not. So it's by water. So if you're not moving very fast, you can't. The water's not going to move you very fast. See, now was that fish that just went through? I don't think that was a squawfish because his tail didn't look quite as spiked as the squawfish do, and his tail was clear instead of yellow. So I'm thinking that was a cutthroat. I think it was a cutthroat. I'm not sure. She said, "Woo, Randy." Woo! Yeah, spinning glows. Yep.
Should have done that on the live. I forgot when we were out with
5/8. Oh, that's not bad, but I don't know. Yeah, you forgot to do the woo every time you cut it. Wait, you guys weren't live on the boat. Did Hitch go live? I don't think Hitch went live, did he?
I don't know if he went live or not.
No, he knew I was live because I was up on the balcony.
I should have done one over here catching the fish though, because he was recording.
I could have heard you if you would have did the woo.
Yeah.
I would have heard you up on the balcony.
I would have heard you on the balcony.
Yeah, jets do lose power. That is true. The jets do lose power. Have you seen that big guy come through again, or is he still hanging off to the right? I mean, he's been out there. He comes through there and just like cleans up all of the minnows, and then he just hangs back again. He's definitely a little piggy. Now see, that tail doesn't look as pointy as a squawfish, but I think that still was a pike minnow. Is that a pike minnow? I think it still is. I have a chart on my Instagram that shows the salmon and trout. You should pull it up. I think that's a pike minnow. Oh, here he comes. He's trying to eat again. There's the fatty. He's looking for dinner. He's been eating all morning. He comes in and eats. Is that a Chinook? Now he finally went through. He's the fish that's been eating all morning. He's been chowing. Yeah. He's come in. He might go backwards again, but he's the one that has been eating all the minnows. So he's been. Well, it's a tule, but it's a boy because of the nose. But I don't know if it's a.
Well, a tule is a type of salmon.
A tule is
not.
A tule is a salmon that is spawning. A tule is. They're all tules, But some of them are like, I think the chums is what you're thinking of, maybe. The chums is the ones that are for the Native Americans. They're called chum salmon. There he comes again. Let's see if he goes up to eat, because they're up at the top. He's the fatty that's been eating all morning.
That one was right above.
Did he?
No, that's a small.
I think that's no. See, the squawfish have like big V-tails. Look at my chart on my Instagram that has a picture. I was thinking that might be a cutthroat. That might be a cutthroat. Yeah, that is a big boy, Brandon. That's the one that was eating. I think that's the one I got on video eating the minnows earlier.
No, that's not a cutthroat.
That's a squawfish, isn't it?
So the one behind it is a squawfish.
But what's the one in front of it?
Same thing.
Is it? The tails look different. The tails look
They have
different.
the same fins. That's what I'm looking
Yeah, but see, he's not as pointy.
at. That's not a trout.
It looks like a cutthroat. You don't think that's a cutthroat?
Just like that. Slow.
Did you see my chart?
I'm looking. Stop distracting me.
Sorry, it's easy. Oh, God, we opened our gas fireplaces. It's dusty. It's dusty in here. Yeah, chubs. That's what I was thinking of, chubs. Oh, that's not a trout. Brandon said it's not a trout. Brandon, he knows the Columbia River fish.
Brandon doesn't know anything.
Yeah, whatever. He's being sarcastic.
He's just making stuff up.
Oh, pea mouths. What's a pea mouth? Is that like a sucker fish?
Well, I have those.
A pea mouth would be like a sucker fish, right? I don't know what a sucker fish is. I don't know if that's a squawfish though, because the squawfish have yellow fins and they're really, really pointy. The pike minnows are. And they also look like pike minnows. Pike minnows have more pointy fins, I think. They're almost like two separate back fins. And those see that fin is not that looks like that could be a pea mouth. Yeah, Brandon said, "Yep, I'm full of it."
Full of hot air.
We love our Columbia River fishing. He said, similar to squaws, pea mouths have a smaller, rounded mouth. Yeah, they don't eat little baby salmon either. But see how the tail is different on this one? That one up there does not look like a squawfish. That is not a pike minnow. Is it? Or is it? Is that a pike minnow or a pea mouth? That could be the pea mouth. Because the pike minnow have, it almost looks like they have two back fins instead of one. They're so V'd. And that V on that one is not that big. But he has spots, which makes me think it's a cutthroat. Because a cutthroat has spots. Pike minnow don't have spots. That one has spots like a salmon, but I think that's a cutthroat. I don't know. My brain is mush. He said he's only spent his entire life fishing the Columbia. I have too, though. But mostly for sturgeon. I grew up sturgeon fishing. That's about the only thing I fished for. Until 2003, 2004. And then I stopped fishing on the Columbia, so. But now, you know, this is the first time we've gotten back into it the last couple years because my friend's a fishing guide. So I built his website for him. In exchange, he took me out on several fishing trips. So we've been out fishing with him. And then we do squaw fishing at shad fishing at the dam. That's like combat fishing. Oh, here's a new one. Oh, hatchery. Hatchery. That's a tule. That's a hatchery tule. That's an old fish. He's ready to spawn. That was a hatchery tule. Most of the ones coming through here are dark. I've only seen a couple of chrome ones come through here. I just saw, I don't know if you were here a little while ago, there was a nice chrome coho, hatchery coho that came through. Nice one. But that was a tule. He's probably going to be spawning right over the dam. I think the run's gotten small. I think it's close to the end of the run anyways. But the steelhead in some of the other rivers, do you fish any other rivers, Brandon? Do you ever fish like the Clackamas or the Sandy or I would like to learn how to bobber too. I'd like to get a steelhead out of one of those rivers. That'd be kind of fun.
Oh, using the float.
Yeah, using the float.
River float.
He's targeted every species. So I want to get. Oh, here comes the. Look at this. Here comes dinner. Of course, he's already went through, so it's safe now for them, because the fatty's already gone through. The guy that was eating the salmon that was eating them all. They're coming back through. Unless we see him pop back in from the left, because he went through and didn't come back. So I think he's left the area. So the little fishies are safe. They've left the area. We got a bunch of salmon eggs, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I put them in the freezer. And I got some cured, but somebody said now they're no good because I froze them, but I didn't take any of the skin off of them. Oh, look. That one's still a little chrome. That's a wild. That was a coho, right? I think that's a coho. That's a wild coho? I just did. I think that was a wild coho. So, do you bobber? You don't bobber fish in the Columbia, do you? Because I would think that that's hard. I think you'd pick one of the smaller rivers to do that. Oh, that was a Chinook, he said. A wild Chinook that just came through. I would think like bobber fishing in like the Clackamas, Estacada. I want to get a good steelhead. And I got one of those yellow and black bobbers, but you don't put the line through it because there's no way to put the line through it, so I'm not sure how to rig it. Tanner Creek. I don't know how to set it up. I have to figure out how to set up a bobber. Yeah, I heard that. I was in one of the fishing forums, and people were snagging it. They were at Bonneville. People were snagging it. I think it was Bonneville is where they were snagging them. Down there towards, I think it's Bonneville Eagle Creek. I think it is. Is that a peamouth? Or is that a squawfish? It's yellow. It's hard to tell. Look at that. See, the tail on there is not as forked as a squawfish. A fixed float. Okay. I don't know how to do a fixed float. I don't know how to rig it. That's a peamouth, he said. Okay, so the peamouths, that's what they are. The peamouths don't have the big V's in the tail like the squawfish do, but they're both garbage fish. Oh, it's funny because Jake had went trout fishing at Henry Haig, and then he's crabbing and he's using the trout, and it's like, the trout's not an oily fish. You're not going to get a real, oh, here comes one. You're not going to get a real good crab oil bait thing. There's one popping through. Here's a new one coming through. It looked dark though. He's popped through a couple times. He's coming through a couple times. Oh, small rubber bands are tubing. So you just basically attach the line to it on the outside. What's the difference between, I mean, what is the point of that other than, I don't know. How late is Steelhead open? Isn't Steelhead open until, yeah, it goes all the way through January, doesn't it? Something's trying to come through. It looks like a female. I see the head. It doesn't have the upper nose. Something's popping through on the right. Something's popped through a couple times on the right. I don't know quite what it is yet. It's a big fish. It's a big fish coming through. I just don't know what it is. It's a salmon that keeps popping through. It looks like a female salmon. We'll see if she actually comes in. But she's getting ready to run through. I've only seen about 4 or 5 salmon, or maybe more than that, come through. But we've been on for about an hour or so, and I've probably seen a handful of salmon come through. Whee! Come on, little fishies. I know we always saw that, not the eel. What is it called? A lamprey. It was a lamprey that came through this morning. Not an eel. I don't think there's eels in Columbia. It's just lampreys.
Oh no, that's Brandon. He
Ask
knows
Brandon.
everything.
Brandon does know everything. Is you run the tubing up your line, then attach the upper portion of the float, and then run the other tubing up your line, the bottom end that fixes your line. Okay. Whereas a sliding float, you use a bobber stop on your line. My son's name is Brandon, but he doesn't know as much about fishing. Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta go winky tinky. Here, you can talk to Brandon and say hi. That's what he's talking about, fishing. Oh my goodness. Cindy's watching, but she's working at the same time. I think she's in the background. So you can go, woo! We need like another 2,500 watch hours.
What's up, Brandon? We should go fishing, man. Cindy. Woo! Yeah, those little minnows are the ones I usually catch. Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. I don't think I never did much salmon fishing growing up. I went out when I was a teenager. A friend of my dad's had a boat, so we went out of Garibaldi a few times to go get silvers, but that was the extent of my. We went chumming. We went for chum in the Trask. It's the Trask? No, not the Trask. I think the Trask. Trask or the Wilson? One of the two. I don't know. That was like 40 years ago, man. But that's the extent of my salmon until like the last couple of years.
Salmon come through? No?
I don't know.
You weren't watching?
No, I don't watch. Talking to Brandon.
Yeah, but is there salmon? The salmon was peeking through. I wanted to know what it was. Did it come through or not? Brandon, did that salmon come through that was peeking? I went to the bathroom.
Caught your first. Years old. Wow, that would have been fun. No, I grew up fishing trout. Trout and catfish.
Where were you catching catfish?
In the channel in Gaston. There's like this little slough.
Is it still there?
Yeah, it's still there.
You think there's catfish still there?
Probably. But they were like little dinks. They're like.
Not like Cindy-sized catfish?
No. I mean, the biggest one we caught was probably 10, 12 inches, maybe.
Well, I think the funny thing is Jake was trying to catfish in that lake, and I don't think there's catfish in that lake. I don't think the man-made lakes in the area have catfish. I don't know. Brandon, do you ever fish for catfish? Because Brandon,
In what lake?
he was at a park in Salem.
Oh.
It's the one that we've seen other people trout fishing from. They stock it with trout, but I don't think there's catfish in there because it's a man-made lake. It's like I don't think there's catfish.
Unless they plant them.
Well, I don't think there's catfish in St. Louis Pond. Is there catfish in there?
I have no idea.
Oh, is Brandon cat? Ask Brandon. Well, Brandon, did you do catfish, Brandon?
I
Where's
want to get a good walleye too.
There's walleye out here, isn't there? Right.
I haven't caught a walleye.
Wait, isn't there walleye right here at Salish Ponds? What's in Salish Ponds? There's bluegill.
Those are bass.
Oh, bass.
Yeah, they stocked it with bluegill and bass and.
That's the same
sunfish.
with St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon, Randy will go out fishing with you all the time.
Yeah. Trout, bluegill, and bass. And whatever.
We got a boat motor, Brandon, so we're gonna have a little 14-foot. We have a 14-foot, a little aluminum boat that we just got repaired. So we got all the holes welded closed, and then we got a 9.9 Mercury 4-stroke outboard for it that they're gonna mount this weekend. So we're gonna have a little fishing boat. You and Randy can go out fishing. Now here comes one. Is that a steelhead? That's a steelhead. That's the same steelhead, or is that the different steelhead? That looks like the same steelhead that came through earlier. And now that's the one that peeked through. What is that? That's a Chinook?
Looks like it.
That's a Chinook. So that was a steelhead and a Chinook. How am I? Was that good? Was I right? Yeah, it's an old, we got an old, it's an old 1965 Sears. Oh, look at those two fish. Those are beauties. What are they? They're friends to the end. It's almost the end. Chinook, Chinook. Oh, they're starting to come through now. It's like morning time. They're waking up. I posted this post on the Gresham community, and I asked if anybody had an outboard motor they were trying to get rid of, because we got two motors that didn't run. And this super nice guy gets a hold of me. He's like, hey, I have a 9.9 2006 Mercury. It's a Bigfoot. And he said, I'm just putting a new carburetor in it. And he sold it to us for $500. And it is a nice motor. So I went and picked it up. And we're going to mount it onto that little boat. And I got a trailer for it too. So it's got a trailer and everything. So yeah, you want to take Randy out on one of these little streams that can take a little motorized boat and show him how to fish, he'll take you out there, because we have the boat now. And we live we live in Glendoveer, so we live in Park Rose, so we're not far from you. But yeah, teach Randy how to fish on those little creeks. You guys can bring me back some steelhead. You guys can go out on the boat. It's a nice boat too, because it's got like 4 seats in it. He might go out, take it out to Nehalem Bay and do some crabbing.
We're gonna find other places to target flounder.
Well, you don't need a boat to target flounder.
Well, no.
But it's nice because it's like people know, like people will take you out that don't have a boat and teach you where to fish. So I know there's some rivers that you can't have motorized boats on. And it's not really nice here, Brandon. We're close to Burnside, so we get a lot of sketch out here. We're over by Glendoveer Golf Course. You'd think living on a golf course meant nice. No, not this area. Not in this area.
On the other side. We're on the slum side.
Yeah, we're on the slum side of the golf course. We live in my grandparents' house that they purchased in 1947? No, 1957. My grandparents paid $11,000 for this house in 1957.
It's highway robbery.
Yeah, we border Burnside and Gleason. I mean, we're in between the two. Which is better? Northeast is still better than Southeast, because if you go to the other side, it's like all condos and apartments, and it's horrible over there too. I haven't seen a fish come through for a minute. There was a bunch of both of those nooks that came through look like they were about ready to spawn though. I'm not seeing a lot of chrome action come through, which sucks. I haven't seen things. I've seen one chrome come through. He's south of Powell, off of Eastman Parkway. I thought he was.
In Gresham?
Yeah. Near Dick's. Randy's probably your mailman.
Probably.
Yeah, Randy probably delivers your mail a couple days a week.
Live at the 301 apartments?
Is those near Dick's? The 301 apartments?
Yeah.
You call them 301 apartments? What route is that? City
4.
City 4? Oh, that's City 4. That's Steve. That would be
Yeah.
Steve's route. Stevie. So Randy's if you're City 4, Randy's your mailman. No A. You said no A? No A? What's that mean?
No, eh?
No A? He said Noah house. Oh, Nana house. Nana?
Oh, no. Not an apartment?
No. Oh. No, a house. Off of 19th. He's thinking off of 19th.
On the north side of Burnside?
Is it north of Burnside? I don't know. North side
No,
of
it's
Burnside.
not.
He's south of Powell, off Easton.
Oh, south of Powell.
Off of Eastman. That's
On
not where
19th.
Sadako. That's not where Sadako
No,
was.
so that's rural. That's actually a rural. So no, that's
Is he rural?
yeah. So that's
He has a rural route.
yeah.
You have a rural. It's rural. Eastman Parkway. Right? Eastman is like 223rd, right?
So back there behind like Plaid Pantry.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah. Up in there. Would that be Annie, his mailman?
No.
Oh.
Who has that?
That's not one of his routes, so he's not your mailman. He's not your mailman.
So you're up on the hill, basically. Ish.
Plaid Pantry on the corner of Powell and Eastman. He's up
Yeah.
the hill. Yep,
Yeah.
that's what you just said. You're up the hill. Yep, he knows where you are.
Yeah.
Whose route is that?
I don't remember. I know it's rural, which is kind of stupid, but
Yeah, the rural routes are city. Yeah, he doesn't deliver the mail up there. He's down more towards downtown. He's more off of Powell.
so I cover the routes that are all around you, basically.
Yeah, he's a
Except for
T6,
your
so
route.
he covers the mailman. He covers 5 routes on the carrier's days off. I need to go get my prescriptions.
I need to go get the dog.
Yeah, our friends watching the dog when we were out of town. Oh, there's one. Was that a coho? Here it comes. You'll see it now. I think it's a delay a little bit. That's a coho. That looked like that's a chrome. That was a chrome. That was a nice one. That would have been a good meal right there that just went through. That would have been a good meal. I'm smoking some salmon today though. I'm gonna brine it. I just took like 3 tails out. Looks like I have 1 Chinook and 2 cohos, but I took the tails out and I'm gonna brine them and make some smoked salmon because I love smoked salmon salad. Oh, we've caught a lot of salmon this year. Have you caught a lot, Brandon? He's like, I was hoping you were my mailman so you could say hi. Well, some days if your mailman's gone, he may pick up some of the mail from them, but
No.
he doesn't go up there. If you're a rural, yeah, the city and the rural don't do each other's sides. So he thinks you might be on the rural side.
No,
Because
you are.
he is. Because when the post office first opened, that was country. So they have a city carrier and a rural carrier, and they're paid differently. So city carriers can't deliver rural mail because they're 2 different crafts. They call them.
Basically, everything south of Powell
Is rural.
is rural. There's very fine.
Smoked salmon is. I got a Big Chief smoker. Do you brine it? What's your brine recipe, Brandon?
He's not telling you.
That's not a big secret. It's not like I'm telling him what do you use for bait. I need a good brine recipe that's not salty.
Or less salty.
Yeah, I don't like salty fish. I know brown sugar and soy sauce. Brown sugar and soy sauce.
Today's
Oh.
Alaska Day.
He's teaching his son how to kayak. What?
Today is Alaska Day.
Alaska Day.
That's what it says. Friday the 18th.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
I know on the 23rd.
It's slap your annoying coworker.
Yes, on the 23rd of October, it's National Slap Your Annoying Coworker Day, just so you know. I know I want brown. I like this a little sweeter. I like the sweeter ones. There's a candied salmon recipe that looks bomb. I've seen that one. But I'm just going to soak them in a little brine today and then throw them in the smoker tomorrow. I'll brine them for a day. I just use soy sauce, salt, brown sugar, and water, but there's got to be something else you can put in there. I don't want spicy. I don't want spicy at all. It actually is, and if you look it up, National annoying slap your annoying coworker the face day. It actually is October the 23rd.
No, it doesn't say face. It just
Slap your annoying coworker day. Yeah.
So we have.
Anyone can actually make a national day. You just have to apply for it, and it's like they allow it.
So like Grandparents' Day.
Okay, well, what is perfected of what? The candied or of the smoked of the brine? And you put brown sugar in it. I need some brown sugar. Honey, would you go make one? Go make me a brine recipe. Garlic would be good. A little garlic in it. Brown sugar. I don't want a lot of salt.
There's a tentative agreement.
A tentative agreement. Oh, God. Oh, wait, look at that one. Whoop, whoop.
Missed it.
No, it's coming back through. That one's dark.
Missed
That's
it.
dark. That could be a chum.
My life story. Missed it.
That could be a chum. He came through for a second. That was a chum. That's definitely a dark fish coming through. Ooh, he's dark. Hope he's starting to come through. That was a male though, because I think they said the males have more of a hunched back too. It almost looked like a big sockeye, but sockeyes don't get that big, so it's a big king. But it's definitely getting close to. I wonder why so many of them are dark now. I only saw one good chrome come through. That sucks. There's not a lot of action. I can see why people aren't fishing right now.
Crap. One more day.
Oh, that was a nookie. He said almost ready to spawn. Yeah, he'll come back through. One more day for what? The tentative agreement?
So the executive council has to meet on it before it gets released. And then we vote. Idiots.
Well, you know what? At least it's not 2 more weeks.
Well, yeah.
Randy was going to do a live drawing session at some point this weekend.
Maybe tonight.
That's what I figured. The darker they are, the closer they are to the spawning grounds. I don't know if Randy does a live drawing session. What should he draw?
Draw you.
No, don't draw me.
Woo!
Draw
Cindy's
Cindy.
still there?
Yeah, draw a picture of Cindy. Woo! With her catfish.
Good.
Woo!
Or I could draw Cindy holding Travis in the shape of a catfish.
Cindy holding Travis with a catfish. Or a catfish with Travis's head on it. These are the late bloomers, though, aren't they? I mean, it's like spawning's pretty much almost done. I mean, the run's almost done. Most of it close at the end of October? When do the springers start? They start in March, right? I think the springers start in March. Wow, this is like slow. Nothing exciting in the fish ladder. Oh, they start February. Brandon says, draw him riding on the back of a huge sturgeon. We might do one later. We got stuff we need to do later today. I've got to run some errands a little bit. I got to go get all my prescriptions. You caught a few in January. Is it open in January, though? When does it actually open? When do they open Springers? I don't know when Springers actually open. I just know Springers are hard to catch compared to fall chinook. That's what they say. Or summer. We haven't had a lot of rain, which is weird because don't the salmon prefer a lot of rain to go upstream? Because we really haven't had a lot of rain.
Springers, the unicorns. They call them unicorns.
They call them unicorns. But Brandon knows where to catch them. Who knows where to catch them? We're waiting for more fish to come up the ladder. There's a little one at the bottom. There's another little fishy. Here, little fishies. That looks like a pike minnow. What's the biggest one you've ever caught, Brandon? What's the biggest salmon? Biggest salmon. Mine still says $4.99. 3 people watching. I have $4.99. Does it show 500 on mine? Because that guy said that came in. He said he subbed, which would have been number 500, but I don't think he did. It doesn't show 500. I have 3 watching. I think Cindy's in here, Brandon's in here, but I don't know who the 3rd person is. They're mysterious. They're not speaking. They're no speaking. Earl's busy. Earl's got a wedding in
I know,
Florida.
that's why he's just watching. He's not talking.
Nope, now there's 2. You scared him off. It probably
You're
was
welcome.
Earl. Oops, he jumped out.
Crap.
50 pounds? Holy cow. So the Trask, we fished, or we didn't fish it. We were at the Trask in Tillamook. The crawdads in that river are huge.
The lobsters.
Oh, the Wilson, upper 40s. That's all from a bank, right? Do any of those places allow boats where you could take a little boat in there?
Lower Wilson, yeah.
Where's the Wilson? I don't remember.
That's one that runs when we go to Tillamook. We follow the Wilson all the way from the summit down to.
Isn't that where your uncle lives on the Wilson?
No, he lives on Gales Creek.
He lives on Gales Creek. All from the bank. Yay. Yep. Well, they're going to hopefully get that motor mounted permanently mounted onto our little boat today. And then it's going to be good to go. It's all licensed and everything. I have a depth finder. I need to figure out how to hook that thing up. It's a little one though. It's a little Garmin fish finder. You talking, Mike? Let's get that motor mounted. You want to get that motor mounted?
What's that?
Huh? What?
What?
Oh, you what?
It's looking up something.
A brine recipe. I don't know.
No,
Oh, here comes another one. Just popped its head in.
I forget. Holden
Here comes another fish. It just popped its head in the corner. It's going to pass any minute. It just peeked around the corner. What?
I asked Mike if he got drafted. He said no, but they tried to call him this morning.
He
He
didn't
worked
answer.
42 hours in the last 3 days.
Yeah, he don't answer his phone. Don't answer your phone on your day off.
Just
You work for the
answer
post
it.
office. You don't.
Oh.
He likes all the Tillamook rivers. That wouldn't be too bad. Going up to the Tillamook, taking the boat up there. You can take Brandon out on the boat and he'll show you how to catch some fish.
In the bay.
Not in the bay, in the rivers. Do they allow boats in those rivers? Motorized boats? I think they all do, don't they? There he is. Wow, he's getting ready to spawn. Look at that one. He's dark. He is super dark. He's got to be close to his hatchery. Wow. That was a dark one. And the Tillamook River itself, we said. Is there steelhead in those rivers? Or just trout? Or just salmon? There's got to be steelhead in all of them.
There's steelhead in Wilson.
Wilson has steelhead. I want to get a steelhead. What kind of gear does he need to get a steelhead? He has a spot at Cape Mears from the bank that he sturgeon fished from in Tillamook Bay. Yeah, but you still can't keep those sturgeon either. I only want to fish for sturgeon if I can eat them. That's January 1st. But everybody's done. Chase the tide out in early spring. Yeah, there's big minus tides tomorrow, too. Tomorrow night. Or tonight, actually. Tonight. I was thinking we could go get razor clams tonight. I thought about it. Because that negative tide is... It's just past sunset. Tonight. Look at the NC side. There's a negative tide. It's like a negative... Almost... We could go up to Gearhart and limit in razors in like 20 minutes. Huh?
I don't know if this tied that, but...
Just close it when it does that and reopen it.
Stupid hazard.
I know.
Ridiculous.
But there's a negative tide in Gearhart tonight. And I was like, we could go down and just bank on razors right now.
Negative at 9 o'clock. Half a foot.
Is that Gearhart?
Well, seaside.
Let me see.
It's half a foot.
Yeah.
It's incoming. We should go get some flounder.
No, because
It's incoming.
Hey, what's incoming?
Incoming tide.
Right now?
Yeah.
I'm not going to Seaside right now. I'm staying
No,
there all
we
day.
leave- no, we leave now.
Yeah, and then we'd have to stay until 9 o'clock tonight. No. Gotta go get the dog.
Mhm.
And then, I don't think that's a good tide for flounder. That's too fast. That's not a good tide for flounder.
You don't.
Sunday's a good tide for flounder.
Yeah, but look at the weather.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. We've been out there during a monsoon before.
Got some good bites.
Yeah, the cockles are good. We go out to Seaside to get, did you see the last live where Randy was pumping for sand shrimp? Oh yeah, you did, because Fantana was out there, the guy you watch. That's good. The sand shrimp are super, super soft out there, though. That guy I was gonna see if he put the video up. He hasn't posted a video, Fantana Outdoors. He hasn't posted a video for a couple months. He's not a real big poster. He posts every couple months. He's not like really active on YouTube. I was just wondering if he was gonna post that. He didn't have any luck. I mean, their fish were jumping all over out there. You haven't been down there yet? You said you don't fish down there for salmon. They bobber fish with eggs down there, though. Yeah, that's a mud shrimp. I think Randy those are mud shrimp. I think you were getting. He said they're good bait, but they're harder and messy. Yeah. Oh no, we were getting the one he said the mud shrimp are good bait, but they're harder and messier to get. We weren't getting mud shrimp. You were getting ghost shrimp. I think sand shrimp. I don't know how you keep them on the hook.
Left shrimp, right shrimp.
Yeah, Steve from Wyoming's an older too, but he puts out a lot of content. We want to go fishing with him when he comes back to Oregon. Randy had fun though out there fishing with Earl and Jake in the dark. We were showing them where the rockfish are, and the cool thing is they were way behind the fence out there, so you can't cast out where they were.
Well, you can, but you can't reel them in.
Yeah, you can cast over the fence.
Yeah, you can cast over the wall, but
yeah, you won't be able to. You'll get snagged.
yeah. Did that once.
Sometimes though, when you're out there, like we'll get tons and tons of fish, and then other times it's like, eh. I think the dredger was just making it difficult. Yeah. It was murky. The water was murky. When there's salmon in there, because we saw the sea lions eating the salmon. When we left, there was a bobcat on the dock. Or cougar. Same thing, isn't it?
No.
Anyways, all the police were there when we left. We're like, why are all the police here? And they said there's a cougar out on the dock who's probably trying to eat that sea lion that was dying.
Hopefully.
Yeah, because the sea lion was missing. He'd been gone all day.
Swim to the rocks, go all the way to the end, and you can feast for years.
I know, I saw that. I saw you guys doing that when you came around the corner. Who was doing the live? Was it Hitch or was it was Hitch?
No, that was Earl.
Earl was doing the live still?
Yeah, we're still doing
Earl's live, when we were out there with him, got over 131,000 views on his live. 131,000 hits on his live. That's insane. And then when they were live, we got onto the dock. One of the guys who works at the Embarcadero was kind of a jerk, and he came down. He was kind of being a jerk, and I know the manager up there. So I went up and told her, I said, he shouldn't be a jerk when somebody's live and they have over 131,000 views. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah. I said, if you want to watch it, feel free. I use beard bags or hair nets for sand shrimp. For sturgeon out there, 3 or 4 shrimp in the bag, and then use stretchy string to tie it up. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Keeps all of the sand shrimp on. Use a hair net. Or a beard net, a little beard net, and tie it up. Put the sand shrimp in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would work for flounder.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's a lot. If you look at his live that he did 2 days ago when we were out strolling for salmon, look at how many views he got on that thing. That's insane. He probably got 2,500 watch hours easy, just off that live.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of videos yet. Like I said, I mostly have my cell phone. I'm waiting to get more subscribers. Once I get more subscribers, I might invest into a GoPro. Beard bags would help. They should, don't they make little nets? Someone should design the little nets. Like, shrimp nets.
Like little cocoons. You could just drop the shrimp in there and wrap it around the hook.
Well, they have the string, but the string doesn't work. I mean, it does, but they can still suck everything out of it. You're trying to get them to stop sucking out the guts, because, yeah, the naked shrimp. When we use flounder, literally the fish will just come up and suck the shrimp out, and the shell's still there. So they don't have to bite the hook, they just suck out the guts. Which kind of sucks. Those little gut suckers. That looks like a pea mouth. What's a spawn sack? I've never even seen that. When we fish for the starry flounder, we use the clams. They love the razor clams. So we'll just use pieces of razor clam net. And they stay on the hook pretty good. And you can use 2 hooks. We're going to go down and flounder fish again pretty soon, because that's a fun area to flounder fish for. And flounder is so good. We have so much flounder, we should eat more. I need to make fish and chips tonight. That sounds good. We should have fish and chips tonight.
Fish and chips.
Yeah, chicken livers would be good too, yeah. Is he coming to help you mount the motor?
That's it.
No, not today, tomorrow.
Sometime this weekend, yes.
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me like that. Oh, look at this guy. There he goes.
That's twins.
Oh no, that's a chrome. That one's more chrome. It's a boy though. That's a boy. Are those nookies? That's a nice chrome one. Look at that one. That one's more chrome. That's probably still dark, getting darker though. It just looked chromer-ish. That looks more chromer-ish. Oh, backwards. Goodbye. Those were cohos. Hanging out together. That's more, oh, look at how pretty those are. That was nice and chrome. That was a female and a male, I think. That was chrome. She was chrome. That was nice and chrome. Both wild. Both wild. The larger hook nose over the bottom jaw. That's a coho with a larger hook. Chrome coho, yep, that was a nice one. They do still exist. Chrome The Chrome Coho still exists. That's a baby squaw. Those are little baby pike minnow. Yeah, I'm gonna make. I'm gonna go through all of the the first bite was fun when I just said I wish he'd eat the squawfish and he came in and ate the squawfish. He's like meow chow. Yeah, the males do have the hooked nose. That's what the ODFW lady told us, that the males, as they acclimate to the fresh water, they develop that nose. The nose comes out. That's the male, the boy fish. Yeah, the heads are rounder. Oh. Yeah, I need to take my salmon eggs out of the freezer. So if you cure salmon eggs yourself. So if you cure them, how long do they keep after you cure them? I mean, should I keep them in the freezer till I'm going to use them? I'm going to cure them. I have the salmon eggs. You just take the phone out and show Brandon the boat real quick. I can bring it back. Get your shoes on. Randy's going to take the phone out and show you the boat. And show you the little boat we got that we're going to put a motor on.
My shoe.
So you can see it'll fit two. I think it'll fit two people comfortably.
Where's my shoes?
Right? I know it looks like a female, and then you you open it up and it's a male. Yeah, I froze them. I'm gonna thaw them out, and I bought some cure for that. But Randy's gonna take the phone for a second off the fish ladder, and he's gonna go outside and show you the boat that we just got. We got it for free last year. I cleaned it. Oops, there went a salmon. That looks like a female with a big belly. That was Julius missed it.
All right.
Okay, he's gonna carry the phone out so you can see the boat. He's gonna take you outside, Brandon, so you can see the boat. Let me see what cure I got. What cure did I get? Let me look.
It's got bright in here. Okay.
He's taking the phone outside.
Let's take a walk.
We're gonna take a walk outside. He's gonna show you the boat.
So this is our beauty. It's a 1965 Sears, I think. So just had some past jobs done. Still need to drill the hole in the back for the plug, but yeah, the boat we got was free, and the trailer we paid $200 for, I think. So that's it. About 13.5 foot. So, and we'll take a walk back inside. Here's our other barbecue. Okay.
That's my Weber.
And hopefully I put you back in the right spot.
Hold on a second, I'll tell you. We're watching this on our TV. Don't see our clutter.
Is that in the right spot?
It's close enough, yeah.
All right, good. You still see everything? Ish.
Put this in front of their thing and show him. Put this. Don't move the camera. Just sit this and show him the cure that I got. This is what I bought. I'm gonna show you what I bought.
Where the camera is, but
Right in front of the TV. Yeah.
Well.
Just you're there.
oh,
Hold
is
up.
that good?
I can't see it. Move over a little bit. There it is. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's too dark. You can't see it. Nope. It's fine. Hey, that witch monkey. Welcome back. Let me fix the phone a little bit so you can see this. But that boat is, when we got that boat, it had a couple holes in it. Did you show the patch job?
I think so.
We have all of this. I sell on Facebook Marketplace, so these piles of stuff in front of the TV is stuff I have for sale on Facebook Marketplace. A lot of it is. So when people come over, I don't have to. Oh, sometimes I have to dig for it, but not always. Oops, I have to go a little more to the right.
You sit there.
Okay. Well, it takes a minute. Turn it.
Oh, I know.
Turn it a little bit towards the door.
All right.
Just a little. No, the phone itself. Don't twist the phone. Oh, wait a second. It's delayed. That's perfect. Right there. Borax. Boraxo, is that what we got? Boraxo? Where's my thing at? I think that's what did we get? I was watching a YouTube video on how to do it, which is how to cure eggs. Is that Borax?
Boraxo Fire
Boraxo Fire, that's what we got.
by the Potsky.
Oh my goodness, look at all these people. Those are all squawfish, aren't they?
Borax egg cure formula by.
That witch monkey, do you fish?
Something.
The witch monkey. That witch monkey.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to thaw out the eggs so I can cure them. And you said you could freeze them again after they're cured? I guess one of the guys was like, he put them in a jar and put them in the refrigerator. That is a bunch of squaws, yep. Oh, look, here comes a salmon. Here comes a salmon.
Eat 'em.
Oh, it's a male. Oh, looks like a male. Has a big old nose. Those are too big for him to
It's
eat.
just a big herring.
There is a little minnow down there at the bottom.
Salmon.
Yeah, there's a minnow at the bottom. So next time you need to shut the curtains behind it so it's all black. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get. Is that a salmon? Wait, what is that? That's a jack. Is that a jack?
Where's Jill?
What is that? That is a salmon, isn't it? It's a chrome, whatever it is. It's a wild. I think it's a jack. Is it too little? And it might actually be an adult. That looks pretty big. It looked big enough. It looked big enough to be an adult, actually. Small salmon, but
Looked edible.
you can also cure them and add borax over the top of them in a jar or plastic container and freeze them. The borax helps protect the eggs from getting freezer burn. Borax? Isn't that rat poison? Oh, that one's dark. That's a dark salmon right there. Look at that. That's a dark fishy.
Native.
It's a native, yep. I don't know what was behind it. That looks too big to be a squawfish, but I started coming in behind it. A squawfish came in and then jumps back out again. Oh, that's right, it's laundry. I remember that. Yep. It's been a while. We used to make my own laundry and I used to put borax in it. I used to make my own laundry, so. There's that one's, nah, that's a coho, right? Or was that a chinook? Is that a chinook or a coho? No. It looked like it was turning brown though. It was starting to spawn. I got 9 thumbs up. Someone just gave me a thumbs up.
Yeah, I was gonna check these things.
3 watching. It says 5 watching. Just missed a big old salmon. There's 2 big salmon that just went through. They do. That's interesting. I might try that. Maybe I'll get some borax. But I still, for now, I have them in the freezer, so I might just wait until I know I'm gonna try and bobber fish with eggs. Yeah. That was that witch monkey. He subscribed and he was number 500. It still just shows 499 on here, but I still need like 2,000 watch hours, so I'm still a ways away. I'm still just a little person. Oh, look at look at them all. They all just went through there. Look at all that little school. Whee! Then you see that big salmon come in and raw, eat them all. There's been a couple of chromies through here this morning, but not a lot. It definitely is a slow day. We probably had less than 15 fish in the last hour, 20 fish maybe, come through. Red and darker cure is better for salmon species. So winter still had like a more natural color of egg. Your oranges and light pink. So I think my eggs are light pink, but if I put the cure on them, doesn't that make them darker? Oh my goodness, look at this. That's a salmon, right? Now what is that? The bottom one, that is a salmon. It's bigger than a jack though. That's a chrome one. It's a chrome native. That looks chrome. Come on, little salmon. Come back, little salmon. Come on, little salmon, come back. That's the peamouth, he said. To see, the peamouth don't have the big fork in the tail. They do, but it's not as big as the squawfish. And the squawfish have yellow, or pike minnow have yellow fins. Steelhead are trout, so they like eggs. Let's talk about the cured eggs. Yeah, but if I cure them myself, like if I put that cure on them, it's not going to change the egg color. That's what I was wondering. Because the color of my eggs are light pink. But if I put the cure on there, doesn't that make them dark red? I thought it did. I might be wrong. What do I know? I'm so new at this. The salmon part I'm new at. Not fishing in general. But look at that one. That's a long one. You missed it. That was a long one. There's a delay on here. So like if you see that on here, watch. If it comes through there, the salmon comes through there, then you pop through here and then you can see it. Oh, well the one I got is just pink. I didn't know you could buy different colors. I just was reading which one was the best to get, and that's what they said is a good one to get. So that's why I got that one. Oh my goodness. How old is your son, Brandon? You're teaching him how to kayak? I saw you said you were teaching him how to kayak. Here comes a fishy. What's that one? See how he's turning red? Look, babe. You missed again.
Dang it.
That's right here, see? You're slow.
Yeah.
It's delayed, so I see it on my screen, and then it shows up on the other screen I read the chat on. AdSense. Oh, here comes another. What is that? That's a female. He said AdSense and bite stimulants. Wow, you have 4? How old's the oldest one? Is that the one you're teaching to kayak? You're not old enough to have a 25-year-old. That's how old my son is. He's 25. You looked young when I saw you out with Hitch. Here comes another 7. That's a nice chromy one. Or it was chromy. Now it's coming back again. That looks like a coho. Oh, okay. Well, you look youthful for 48. Yeah, my oldest was born in 1990. Although him and I are not speaking right now because I'm the reason he was heavy as a child because I cooked too good apparently. And he's mad at me because his girlfriend broke up with him, and so he thinks it's because he was heavy. I don't know. It's a very complicated thing, but you know, kids will be kids. Apparently I didn't control his portion sizes. And so when my granddaughter was over, I can't allow her to eat whatever she wants to eat when she's here because she's going to be fat. And that means I'm not a very good person to be around his child. That's his attitude. But I have 2 boys, and I'm only speaking to the younger one right now. Of course, he moved out to Salem, so he lives with his father, so we don't see him a whole lot anymore either. Oh, that's a nice chrome. Look at that one. Oh, that's pretty. That's a pretty fish. Now, was that a steelhead or was that a salmon? Yeah, I quit smoking. I smoked for about 8 years. So we both, Randy quit smoking in 2001, 2000?
2003.
I quit smoking in 95. And then I don't smoke weed at all because I'm ADD. And when you take ADD medication, the weed doesn't do anything for you. So I just have never been into that stuff. It doesn't bother me. I just have personally never used it. I need to eat healthier. I love to cook. I eat a lot of unhealthy food. Because I like to eat barbecue. I like to brisket and pulled pork and carnitas, and I just love to cook. And I'm not very good at cooking low-fat food. So my food is pretty rich. And pizza. My problem is I broke my back last year, so my activity has gone down. That causes the weight gain. So, you know, when you're delivering mail for the post office, then all of a sudden you have an injury where you can't move, that's what the weight happened. I gained 30 pounds. Ooh, look at that pretty fish. That is a beautiful fish. Oh, that was a beautiful coho. Is that a coho? That's a beautiful coho. Look at that. Did you find me a brine recipe? I need a brine recipe so I can throw that salmon in brine today. That was a nice one. Oh, the coho, the fish are coming. Those are coho. What are those, Brandon? Can you name that fish? I think that last one went through was a beautiful coho. Yep, my homemade pizza is really, really good. I do a lot of homemade pizza. I do brisket. I do pulled pork. I just need to get my activity back, but my back injury is definitely hard to recover from. It's definitely not an easy thing to recover from. I'm supposed to be going back to work, but I'm waiting for them to send me some type of a job offer for my restrictions that I haven't heard from them. I'll have to get a hold of them. There's not much I can do but sit in a chair and wave at people. Yeah, those last two cohos were nice and shiny. But I don't know if coho's even open right now. I think it's just Chinook. That Chinook that we got up in Hood River was really good. We ate that one.
It was delicious.
It was delicioso. We got a refrigerator full of crab right now. We made crab cakes. And then, yes, you gotta go get Yoda in a few minutes. Go get the doggy dog. Huh? He is?
Yeah.
What did he say?
So he won't be home till 9:30.
Oh.
Got a half hour.
Yeah. I should make me a coffee. That sounds good. Well, I might make me a coffee. You can come sit here and I'll make me a coffee. I drink decaf. Decaf coffee. Yeah, we went out there. We did okay crabbing. The crabbing was kind of slow. I think we have about eight crab in our refrigerator right now that are cleaned. I cleaned them when I was out there, and I threw them in the freezer raw. And then when I came home, I cooked them because I don't like to cook my crab in a communal cooking pot. It's just gross. And I don't like to cook my crab in the guts.
I got 3 or 4 gauge busters though.
Yeah, we did have some big gauge busters off the dock. We probably could have went crabbing when Earl was brought us out there, but we just didn't want to move our traps. We just left them on the dock. But we made crab cakes out of some of them, and then I'll probably make crab melts for lunch. Crab melt for lunch, babe?
Sure.
I could have made a crab omelet. And I like to eat them like within a few days of getting them. I'm not gonna freeze them anymore. It's just too much. They don't taste good. After you put crab in the freezer, they just don't taste good anymore.
Yeah, they just sit there forever because we forget they're in there.
And they get freezer burnt, and this is it's not any good. I need to find the brine recipe. I need to put those in brine. Where's your phone? I was asking. Oh, you put smoked salmon. Brine for smoked salmon. Let's see. Okay, you ready? Would you get everything out? It says 1 gallon. I need kosher salt, white sugar, brown sugar. I don't have shrimp seasoning mix. Lemon pepper. And onion.
Creole.
No. I don't want Creole in there. I don't want spicy in there either. I just know we need brown sugar, white sugar, salt, soy sauce. That's a dry brine. I don't want a dry brine either. I'm not dry brining it. I just like a wet brine.
Parmesan.
No Parmesan. Simple smoked salmon. This one just has brown sugar. See, this is dry. I want a wet brine. Do you dry brine or wet brine? I'm looking for a brine recipe. Wet smoked salmon brine. Oh, this one has 651 reviews, so I'm gonna say this is good. 5 pounds of birch or maple syrup, 1 quart water and salt, and 1 cup brown sugar. Why do they have soy sauce in? I thought they did. Mix together brine ingredients and place your fish in a non-reactive container.
No, what?
Yeah, but it says maple syrup. It says a quart of water, kosher salt, and a cup of brown sugar. That's it.
Amazing.
Ooh, I could put molasses. No, I don't know if I'll do that. Maybe pineapple would be good in it. Teriyaki. Well, teriyaki is basically soy sauce and brown sugar. This one calls for maple syrup. This one says 5 pounds of salmon, birch or maple syrup for basting. The brine is water, kosher salt, and brown sugar. But I thought I like to add soy to mine.
What about Worcestershire sauce?
Worcestershire sauce. You could say Worcestershire sauce. I have people jump in and people jump out. Like I had 6 people, but it's boring because there's no fish. If there's fish running through there, constantly people would stop and watch, but they're not watching because it's boring. I don't want a dry brine. That's the thing. I want a wet brine. Looking for a brine. I might put a little. I don't know if I'll put it. I don't have. Wash your sister sauce. Wash your sister sauce. Easy to pronounce. Wash your sister sauce. Wash your shit. Wash your shit. Wash your sister. Wash your sister. That's funny. Basically, just saying water, salt, and brown sugar is all that it is. Where? Oh, that's a.
I said bait fish.
Bait fish. Wash your sister's house. Here, talk to Brett. I'm gonna go make a brine. Ugh! I'm gonna go make my salmon brine for a minute. Randy will entertain you. Randy's he's in front of in front of the chat screen now, so you can talk to Randy. Tell him when you guys can go fishing. You guys make a plan to go fishing. I mean, that's regular sugar. I want brown sugar.
It's right behind the regular sugar.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Oh, we're going back.
Here, fishy. Oh, there's nuts. That's a couple nice ones. We got schools in session.
Are they salmon?
Mm-hmm.
How many?
3.
3? That's the most I've seen go through at once. Where'd they go?
And then there's that.
We missed them all. I missed all my salmon. Maybe I'm gonna make me a
Little
coffee.
Cajun guy in the cooking channel. Nice. I jumped over, was watching NJ fishing for a little bit. He was giving me crap about my sitting down while looking into a salmon. On Jake's video, so. I got rotating days, so this is my 3-day weekend. So next week I work 6 days in a row. But then I had the following Monday off, so then it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You moved to Alaska? Nice. Yeah, they can be that sometimes. Just saying. Yeah, it's on our bucket list is to take a trip up to Alaska. Do some halibut and salmon. We can do some monsters. But we're probably still like 2 years out before we do that. We'd be pouring stuff. Oh, nice. Kenai Peninsula. I don't know if I want to live up there though. It's pretty cold. First time I saw a moose was back in Vermont. Vermont? Yeah. It was Vermont. It was kind of cool. It was on the side of the road. Yeah, one of our ladies just retired, and she moved up to Alaska. But she's like inland. I forget exactly where she's at, but she's like 4 hours from any what we call beach access, I guess. If I go up there, I don't want to drive 4 hours to go fishing. I want a 10-minute walk to the boat, jump in, go fishing. Yeah, I have, I don't know if it's family in Fairbanks, but it's like a second, third cousin or something. It's family, but it's distant relatives that I don't know. I imagine that did suck. Well, you bought the wrong car, that's why. Hello. It was a life lesson, let's put it that way.
Okay, I got 3 pieces of salmon and brine tomorrow. Where's my aluminum foil? Here. Woo. Any more fish come through?
Oh, that sucks, man, I'm sorry. You have to get your number, Brandon, so we can put that and go fishing. And I'll just bring my pole to work and we'll just, you meet me at the post office. Was it a mechanic or was it Mike and Nick? The car was from Mike and Nick. Yeah, that. Oh, the irony, right?
I just ripped brine a little before.
Yeah, definitely. I know some of the guys go over to the Sandy. Where do they go? They go up to above Oxbow. And drop, bobber fish for salmon. I never catch it. So the engine was great. It's just the tranny that went out. Oh, nice. Not nice, but you know what I mean.
About time for you to go get Yoda.
Ish.
About 5 more minutes.
5 minutes, yeah.
Huh?
5 or 10 minutes, yeah.
I need to get my prescriptions a little bit too. All right. It's exciting in here. 4 people. We have 4 now. There'll probably be 3 because someone just probably jumped in and don't know what we're doing. Be like, I'm leaving. It's all about the fish. It's all about the fish. How many big fish have come through while I was gone? Did you see any big fish?
Oh wait, there's fish.
Honey, don't be dumb.
We're watching fish.
We're watching
no,
the
I was
fish.
talking to Brandon. I wasn't watching the screen.
The fish are coming up the fish ladder to spawn.
I can't read and watch at the same thing. So it's like Drano combat fishing.
I don't know, Brandon, have you ever fished up a Drano before? Drano was pretty intense when we were up there. Yeah, that's why I said blunking at Bonneville, because that's what Sean does. It's like that would be, to me. I want to find a place to plunk that nobody knows about.
Good luck with that.
A nice secret plunking spot. Jake just came in and he said, get off your butt. He did. He just went to go get a cup of coffee. He got off his butt to go get a cup of coffee.
No, that's because I jumped over to MJ.
Who?
MJ fishing.
MJ. Who's MJ?
And
Who's MJ?
I want to comment on Jake's video
You were watching him?
for a little bit.
So, we were on the boat, but my friend likes to bank fish at Drano.
No, when I hooked into the salmon on the jetty, NJ was like, "Get off your butt."
Oh,
And so I jumped over his live and
when? This morning?
yeah,
When?
yeah, I cheated on you.
On your phone?
Yeah.
Oh. No, we're just having coffee and watching the fish ladder. But most of is that wait, that's a salmon. What is it? Why is it albino? Look at that. Look at that salmon, Brandon. What is that? That is a weird looking salmon. Look at it all white like that.
It's had a rough life.
That was a white salmon. That was a salmon.
NJ's mark. I don't know.
NJ's mark. I don't know if I've seen his stuff.
Well, he's live. Just
Is he live?
yeah.
What's he doing?
Fishing.
Where is he fishing though? Is he in New Jersey?
I don't know.
He must be in New Jersey. That's what NJ stands for, right?
No, we weren't fishing from the bank in Drano.
No,
We were on a boat, but
we
it's
were
still
on Tom's
combat
boat.
fishing.
We were on Tom's boat, hooking hogs. But I'm gonna tell you what, there are times when you could reach out and touch another boat. That's how close they are, circling in that lake. Ugh. We're circling in the lake. No, the spawned out cohos don't turn white and blotchy like that. They turn brown or something, or black. I've never seen one that white, like white blotches, like the skin pigment is missing. Salmon and orca. That's what it was, yes. That was an orca salmon.
It was an orca salmon.
It was an orca salmon.
Just needed
I was thinking they might have on the news about that cougar. Wasn't it a cougar? Yeah, it's nuts. It is nuts. That's a nuts. It's a nuts. I don't know if Cindy's still here. Cindy was watching and working at the same time. She's at work. She was secretly in here. Well, those are some nice fish.
School's in session.
That's a big
Ooh.
one. He took up almost the whole screen. Look at him.
That was good.
That was a huge fish.
So I'm gonna go above this camera, drop a net.
Right. Those were all spawned out though.
Who cares?
I knew. There's a couple nice chromies that went through here though. What is that? You can almost tell what kind of little fish that is. Watch another fish come and eat it.
Cool.
Oh, that's a chrome. That's a coho. But you see how that fin is? That's a okay. That's a that's a male. Is that a male coho? That looks like a coho.
2 nookies and a hoe.
That's a coho right there. I said, wait, I think that was a coho. Brandon's our fish expert. Our fish expert. I think I have it right, and then I don't. I'm wrong. I think it's right, and then it's wrong.
Should run down to Costco get gas.
There's something I needed from Costco. Well, oh, Parmesan. I need Parmesan and butter from Costco. Cahomies? They're cahomies now. So I just made some brine and threw my fish tails in there. I like to use the fish tails of the salmon because they're thinner. And they make really, really good. They smoke faster and it is great on salad and they have no bones. So I like using the fish tails. Not the tail itself, but the end of the fish. Yeah, Tom's going to go out ham and go crabbing, but I'm good on crab. A pink salmon? I don't think so. That's not a pink salmon. What's this one? That's not. They're probably pink on the inside. What was that? That wasn't. What was that little one? That was a jack. That looks like a jack. Yeah, because they're fatty. That's right. Randy might do a drawing session tonight, Jake. He has to come up with something to draw, though. He's got to have some suggestions. There's a nice chromie. Look at that one. That's a nice chrome. I bet it is. Oh, they're starting to get more active. Look at this. The sun's coming up. They're like, let's move. That's a pea mouth then.
Drop down and get some gas and then go get the heathen child.
And then can you drop off the heathen child and go to Kaiser?
What? What?
You love me. You love me. You love me a long time.
Long time.
Look at my drugs. You need a picture of a lingcod. Why do you need a picture of a lingcod?
I need a real lingcod.
Yeah, he needs a real lingcod. And a cabazon.
And a cab.
And a cabazon. We talk to them for a minute. Just wait a minute. Just say, entertain.
But.
Ouch! Ouch! Ow! You're not entertained.
Oh.
What are those?
It was almost lunch. That's what that was. Yeah, Jake, go catch one. That's a nice one. Ooh, it's a hatchery one too. You're fishy, fishy, fishy. For stickers. Yeah, I was thinking about doing a live. Hatchery Nook. The live drawing tonight. My coffee. Lose everything. It's a bass. I thought it was a shock. It's a catfish. That'd be funny to see a big old catfish swim by. Or a sturgeon.
Oh, what?
What?
What'd you say? We're gonna do a live tonight. What time?
Yes.
Did I miss any fish?
Yes time? Yeah, you missed a nice nook.
Did I?
Yeah,
I missed a nice nook?
you did.
Dang.
It's hatchery.
Was it hatchery too? Was it
Yeah.
chrome? Was it a chrome nookie? Was that a chrome nookie? The counter is, there is a counter that it's a person sitting in front of the window with a physical clicker in his hand, I think. If you ever go up there and go down there where all the windows are, they're actually sitting there.
Pardon the reach.
You just can't see them on film. Okay, Randy's got to go get our dog. Is Costco open?
I think they open till 10.
Why didn't you wait to go to Costco? How much gas do you have?
Well, because Adrian has meetings, and then we have.
Well, what I'm saying is wait to go get gas so I can go with you so I can go to Costco because I need to get butter and
I was
Parmesan.
going to take the pilot, not the truck.
Okay. Take the pilot. That's fine.
Tom's gonna come pick up the truck anyways because he's pulling his boat with it. So
Today.
she said today, I think, sometime point today,
Okay.
or he's picking up the truck. Yeah, there is a physical person there. You did what?
What? I said we can always go back to Costco.
Okay, well,
Fine. Whatever.
do whatever. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, that's a nice one.
We got Brandon's number, right?
I don't think so. I have his email.
Oh.
Are you gonna go fishing with Brandon?
Yeah.
Brandon, you need Randy's email to send him your phone number.
All right.
I'll give you Randy's email.
Bye, kids.
Randy's email is here. I'll see if I can type it on this tablet. It is I'm typing in his email for you so you can send him your phone number because he said he wants to go fishing with you. So that is his email. And it is Ymail, not Gmail. Send him your phone number. Like I said, they're mounting the motor on the boat this weekend. So, and he can pull that boat just with the pilot. It's a light boat. I think that boat's good enough to go out on the river. Oh, you got my number? Then you can just text it to me. I forgot I sent it to you. Oh, wait. I have your number? I don't know if I have your number. Okay, go ahead. That'll work. Send Brandy's number to Brandon. I didn't know. Did I give you my number, Brandon? You might have my number. I might have emailed it to you. Ooh, look at that. That was a nice fish. That was a nice fish. So Randy has Sundays off, and then he has rotating weekdays off. So I don't know what your schedule is, Brandon, but yeah, so this weekend is our 3-day weekend. And then like next weekend we have Monday off, and then the week after that we have Tuesday off. That's a nice one. Ooh, those are some nice fish. Here comes some nice ones. Nice. Those are chrome. Those are some chrome. Oh, he went back. He's like, I'm gonna go back. Turn around, go back. Goodbye. I'm going back this way. He must have been chasing food. Those are some nice natives, though, coming through. The bigger one was a coho. Nice. Both natives. And like I said, I don't know what's open right now in the river or where it's open, but it's nice to see some chrome coming through. They're not all spawned out. Yeah, just send Randy a text and tell him it's you. I know they're gonna mount the motor on probably tomorrow, and then they need to find some place to just make sure the boat. We're gonna install a drain plug too, but make sure the boat is good because we had it welded because it looked like someone had taken a knife to the side of it. So my sister's boyfriend welded a patch on it. It looks pretty clean now. That was fast. What'd you forget?
Oh, you know what we promised them.
Oh yeah, the crab and the tuna. I was thinking about that. I didn't even think about that. What did you think about that? The tuna.
Give them 2, right?
Yeah, give them the one with the jalapeno, one without. The one on the counter's without. 2 bags of crab, yes, and 2 cans of tuna. 2 jars of tuna.
Whatever. Are we giving them? Oh wait, we're giving Barney the red, right?
Yeah. Marnie gets the bag with the red in it. Or one red. There's 1 red and 1 Dungy in that bag. Well, you can give them a bag that has a red in it too. There's 2 bags that each have a. Their reds are big.
All right.
So you can give them one. Each bag should have 2 crabs in it. When we go out of town, we bring them back food. So some of the crab, canned crab. You know what? I have no desire to can crab. I think if I can crab, it wouldn't taste very good, to be honest with you. Did my phone just die? Hold on. Let me see if my phone just died. No, my phone's still here. Does it look like it froze? Goodness, shut up. Goodness, shut up. No, stop. Stop. All of these notifications are coming up on my phone. I'm getting irritated. You see anything? Is it moving? I don't know what it's doing. It says live. I see the chat, but why this isn't filming, I don't know. There's a fish in there here, but it's not showing on my camera. Why did this start? Let me see something. Yeah, a notification came in, and then I had a whole bunch of notifications. But then it's like, okay, it's still the camera. I see the chat coming through, but the camera's not working. It's like, how do I reactivate the camera? The notification came through and locked it up, but the camera is not. This is weird. It's not showing my fish. Oh my goodness. Oh. I may have to end it and restart it again. I don't know. It's not showing this. Let me see.